When you move to a new place, how do you find your community? For me, it was through a game. I moved to Brampton, Canada from India when I was young, around 7 years old. That would be grade 1. Got it. In India, community meant knowing your neighbors, living close to family, celebrating events together on your street. For me, it was very personal. But in Canada, things felt different. Everyone was further apart and my family wasn't here. Growing up, I found my way through school joining clubs and sport teams. But it wasn't until I found the ultimate Frisbee team that I truly felt part of something bigger. Over 10 years later, Brampton really became my home. My friends were there, my schools, and I started building memories in every part of the city. I moved around the city a lot, but no matter where I ended up, Brampton always felt like home. Each move meant new experiences and new connections. It was a place where I didn't have to search for a community anymore. I had it. Then came university. I moved to London, a new city, a new chapter. It felt like starting all over again, just like when I first came to Canada. No family, no friends, no community. It was tough. I had to rebuild everything from scratch, and at first, it didn't feel like I belonged. I head back home every other weekend to return to familiarity. When I got to university, I wanted to keep playing sports. I tried out for the ultimate Frisbee team, but I didn't make the first cut. At first, I was disappointed, but then I heard about the local ultimate Frisbee community in the city. They had summer leagues, indoor leagues, and I thought, why not give it a shot? I signed up and started to play. And every Wednesday or Sunday, I instantly started to connect with people. Grabbing ice cream or drinks afterwards. Slowly, game by game, I made friends. I wasn't just playing Frisbee. London started to feel more like a home with my own community.
Community means home, to be honest. Like, you wake up in the weekend and you're like, you know what? Like, I want to go do something fun. And there's something to look forward to, you know? It means making enough connections that, like, one day you wake up like, hey, let's go grab coffee to someone in the team. And, you know, it happens.
The people around you and how you interact with them is a big part of what community means to me. Ultimate Frisbee has always provided a friendly and welcoming community, no matter if I was in high school, university, or in the city of London. My favorite memory, we had an over-weekend tournament in Kitchener. Everyone drove there in the morning, we carpooled together, and bright and early we put on our cleats and got in the team spirit to play. And we played the whole day. The tournament was 2 days, so we even rented an Airbnb. And although I wish I stayed overnight, everyone who did told me they had a blast. Sports is an activity that doesn't necessarily require you to know any specific language. What advice would you have for someone who just moved to Canada and came to London and is looking for a sense of community?
Go to like an event, go to a program, meet people, talk to anyone. I think one of the biggest barriers for newcomers, from my experiences working as an ESL mentor at the library, is their language skills, their English communication skills. They often find it challenging to put themselves out there because of their English limitations. And I think despite that, you should still go for it. There's a lot of kind people in the London community that are more than happy to help you. They'll understand where you're coming from. Once you've kind of put yourself out there, you're gonna find a group of people that have shared interests and values. You gotta be confident and willing to make those risks to meet people.
If you're in a new place and looking to develop a sense of community, I definitely recommend looking into local sports, especially Ultimate Frisbee. And how diverse and inclusive would you say Ultimate is here in London?
Extremely. I have many friends from many different countries and continents. I have friends from Colombia, Algeria, and like anywhere, Europe. It's crazy.
I'm sure very quickly you'll find a bunch of friends and develop a sense of familiarity to make it feel like home every time you go out to play.